Enneagram Type 1 in intimate relationships. I've noticed some patterns on who Type 1 typically matches up with in a significant relationship. This does not mean that these are the only types that Type 1 can match up with. Again, it's about level of health that determines how successful your relationship is going to be. So they can be with any type, but these are the types that I've noticed that Types 1 tends to gravitate towards in intimate relationships. First, Type 1 goes with Type 9. I've seen this frequently. And frequently it's a Type 9 with a 1 wing and a 1 with a 9 wing. So they have some similarity since they both have each other's wings, but yet their differences help teach them to grow and to learn. The Type 9 is more of a being oriented and more relaxed, more grounded presence, less driven perhaps. Type 1, they've got their strong ideals. They're organized. They bring that structure to the relationship. They can both learn from each other. I think that's why they tend to gravitate toward each other. The other trend I see is Type 1 with Type 7. Now, Type 1 goes to Type 7 when they're incorporating health, and Type 7 goes to Type 1 as their stress point. So they, again, can relate to one another's types, have that similarity, but they also have differences that they can benefit from. Type 1 tends to be more structured and needs to loosen up some and have some fun, put down the rules, put down the structure, and the 7 will teach them to do that. Type 7 sometimes needs to get that structure, needs to become more organized, and the 1 will help them with that. So that's why those two tend to gravitate toward each other. I also see frequently Type 1 with Type 3. Now these types are a little bit more similar. They're both very task-driven. They have things they want to accomplish, maybe more serious. But Type 3 also is a little bit more people-pleasing. They're a little bit more easygoing at times, and maybe they can loosen up the 1. Maybe they can have the 1 drop some of their ideals. And vice versa, the 1 can help the 3 stay more principled and hold to what they believe. Lastly, I often see Type 1 with Type 1. I think the reason sometimes I see this pattern is because Type 1 has such strong ideals that they can become disheartened with another type because that doesn't share those same exact values. So they might gravitate towards someone who shares that same sentiment of ideals of this is the way the world should work. This is how we need to do it. We need to be organized. We need to be structured. We need to get things done just like this. We need to be like our health and work on our health. So these types gravitate actually toward one another because they share that similar attitude in life. And then they can maybe get along better. And there'll still be some differences, obviously. Maybe they'll have different wings or different upbringings. There's always differences. But these are the types that I've seen that Type 1 tends to gravitate toward in intimate relationships. They can go with any type. Again, look for level of health, but this is the pattern I've seen.